I went from broke to making over $100,000 in profit day trading in 1 year. Not only did I achieve this, but I did this trading live in front of thousands of people every single day. And if I lost it all, these are the 8 proven lessons I would use to make it back in half that time. If you can't watch this video for 10 minutes, then I'm sorry to tell you, you'll continue to make the same mistakes that keep 99% of traders from ever breaking through. With that said, let's get into it. Step 1, knowledge is power. Before you do anything else, education is non-negotiable. There's a lot to master, from trading fundamentals, asset classes, different trading styles, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and so much more. But don't worry, in this video, I'm going to make it all very easy for you. So let me tell you a bit about me. When I first started trading in 2018, I was so excited to dive into the markets, but honestly I had no idea what I was doing, so I was just gambling. At that time, I was diving into the crypto market with no clear strategy, no understanding of risk management, no understanding of trading psychology. I was chasing the hype, relying on gut feelings or random tips from YouTube or social media. If a coin was pumping, I was buying. If it dipped, I panicked and I sold. This was a chaotic cycle. The adrenaline was intoxicating, but unsurprisingly, my P&L was constantly in the red. It took a few hard lessons and blown accounts before I had the harsh realization that gambling and relying on luck in trading wasn't going to cut it in this field. So that's when I decided for a shift to happen. I started to study the markets deeply. I began with swing trading because it's beginner friendly. I learned the basic principles of supply and demand and support and resistance. The key moment was realizing that trading isn't about predicting. It's about reacting smartly to what the market and chart is showing you. So with discipline and patience, I stopped treating trading like bets and started treating them like business decisions. It's mechanical and it's less exciting, but way more rewarding. Now, every trade has a plan, predefined risk, clear targets, and a purpose rooted deeply in strategy, not emotion, no guesswork, and that's how you're going to level up. And that's exactly what I wish I had done earlier. If you're just starting, or even if you've been at it for a while but feel like you're stuck, the first thing you're going to need to focus on is education. Understanding the essentials will be the foundation for everything else that you do. So let's break it down even further so you know exactly where to begin. First, understand the fundamentals of financial markets, how they operate, what moves them, what influences price action. You need to study different asset classes, whether it's crypto, stocks, forex, communities. Learn their unique characteristics before choosing one and stick to it. Also, you need to explore the various trading styles such as scalping, day trading, swing trading, position trading to find what suits your personality and your lifestyle, and then pick one and then stick to it as well. At the same time, understand macro events, earnings, interest rates, news, the economy, etc. The more comprehensive your knowledge base, the better you're going to be prepared to tackle the markets. Then you need to learn how to chart. This is crucial. Understanding core concepts like market structure, trends, price action, and liquidity is an absolute essential. Market structure helps you analyze price flow, knowing when the market is bullish, bearish, or consolidating. Recognizing trends lets you align your trades with the market's momentum, which is key for improving your success rate. Price action teaches you to read the story of buyers and sellers directly on the charts without relying on indicators. It's all about getting a feel for the markets and understanding what it's telling you. One of the biggest mistakes that I made early was not managing my expectations. The learning curve in trading is extremely steep, and if you expect overnight success, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. In trading, you will face setbacks, you will lose trades, and you are going to make mistakes, but that's just all a part of the process. What separates successful traders is their ability to learn from those mistakes and continue moving forward. So set realistic goals, focus on progress over perfection, and always remember that trading is a marathon and not a sprint. As you progress, commit to daily learning. Even now, I'm still learning consistently. Markets change, strategies that work today or yesterday might not work tomorrow, so you need to adopt a mindset that is always looking for ways to improve. To do this, read books, watch educational content, join communities, learn from other traders, journal your trades, both wins and losses, so you can identify patterns in your behavior and refine your strategies based on your behavior. We'll touch more on that a little bit later. But you need to treat trading as a craft that takes a lifelong dedication to master. And now, moving to step 2, you have to think of trading like a video game. You start in the learning phase and then move to the testing phase and finally execution. You can't expect to jump straight to the final level and expect to beat the final boss. You must know it's a process. So step number 2 is work through the trading phases. You're probably eager to rush through the process because you see all those trader gurus on social media flaunting their cars, luxury watches, and the lifestyle that you dream of. But the truth is that's really just not how it works. Becoming a successful trader isn't about all that flashy stuff. It's about building time, location, and financial financial freedom. And more than that, it's about being in a position to help others, just like myself and my team do every single day in Playbit. If you skip the necessary steps I'm about to share with you, all you're going to find are losses. Trust me, I've been there, and there are no shortcuts in trading. So the first thing you need to do is shift your focus. Stop chasing money and start focusing on becoming a better trader. This was the mindset I adopted early on, and it's what helped me go from the break-even phase to eventually becoming profitable. Let me break down the exact phases that I recommend. First, understand that success in trading isn't about how often you win. It's about two key metrics: your winning percentage and your risk-reward ratio. You can win less trades often but still be profitable if your wins are bigger than your losses. It's about consistently managing risk and controlling losses. That's what creates long-term success. Next, move through the phases of trading in the right order. Start with the learning phase, where you dedicate time to studying the markets, strategies, and how markets actually work. Then comes the testing phase, and this is where you apply what you have learned through demo accounts or small accounts, and this is where you refine your skills. Finally, enter the execution phase, where you trade confidently, applying everything you've mastered to real-world accounts, whether they're personally funded or funded by a prop firm. While you're learning and testing, don't think about the money. Don't worry about profits in these early stages. It's not about making money yet. It's about making better trades, one trade at a time. If you focus on money too soon, you're going to make emotional decisions, and emotional decisions only lead to losses. Another key is to find and master a proven strategy. Don't jump from one approach to another, chasing the shiny new object or shiny new trading model. Find and pick a solid strategy that has been proven to work and commit to mastering it. This is how you're going to find your edge, which is the one thing that gives you a consistent advantage in the markets. Here's the reality: money doesn't come right away. It's a byproduct of skill and knowledge. Once you've built a strong foundation and developed your edge, the money will naturally come, but it all starts with the work, not the profit. So on this topic, let me tell you about something that held me back early in my journey, and it might be holding you back too. For a long time, I tried to do everything on my own. I neglected to find a mentor or join a community, and that mistake cost me years of progress. And no, this isn't just me trying to push my community down your throat. Let me explain. The truth is, you don't need to reinvent the wheel in trading. The thousands of traders inside the Playbit community aren't succeeding because they're inventing something new. They're succeeding because they're following our process that works. They learn from others, trade alongside experienced professionals, and take advantage of our years of knowledge in the market. This brings me to step number 3. Find a mentor and find a trading community. When I first started trading, my ego was the major obstacle. Like many beginners, I wanted to prove that I could do it all on my own. I was stubborn, thinking I could learn through trial and error, and I didn't want to admit that I needed help. The idea of joining a community or paying for a mentor felt like I was giving up on my independence, and that fear of being not seen as good enough or weak only held me back for a long time. In reality, my ego led to costly mistakes. I spent months and stacks of cash trying to figure out what could have been solved in just a few minutes with the right guidance. Every time I stumbled, I convinced myself I would figure it out on my own eventually, yet I was just going around in circles chasing my tail. By not seeking mentorship earlier, I was missing the shortcuts to success. It wasn't until I let go of that pride and joined a community with coaches, experienced traders, mentors, and proven models that things started to truly click for me. So you're probably thinking, why should I care about this? Well, think about it this way. It's like having a cheat code in GTA. Instead of taking the long, painful road of mistakes, you sidestep all of the errors by listening to someone who has walked the path before you, and that allows you to get to your goal so much faster. You don't have to make the same mistakes others did before you. You can leverage their experience to accelerate your growth. So my advice to you is simple. Don't go alone. You don't need to figure out everything out for yourself from scratch. There are proven models and systems and strategies out there that have already worked for thousands of other people. Trying to reinvent the wheel will only slow you down. Instead, learn from those who have already succeeded. It's simple. Finding a mentor who has been through the ups and downs of trading can really save you from making years of mistakes and help you fast track that learning curve, which is already extremely steep. They've already walked that path, and this alone is going to save you so much time and frustration. Saying that, Playbit is the perfect place for you to start. Our platform offers guidance and resources built from years of data, and our community is filled with thousands of traders just like you, all working towards their financial goals and financial freedom. We've helped thousands of traders achieve success and freedom by teaching them a structured, mechanical approach to the markets. Whether you're just starting, whether you're looking to level up, we provide everything you need. Take a look at some of these client results. We've got traders who have joined the 6- and 7-figure clubs, building lives of freedom and abundance through trading. I'll leave the links for you in the description. Now that the basics and mindset part are out of the way, let's dive into the actual technical side of trading. And in my opinion, the top priority has to be risk management. So moving on to step number 4, learn risk management as a priority. Risking too much too soon is the fastest way to blow your account. Trust me, I know, because it's exactly what happened to me. At the beginning of my trading journey, I was so desperate to make money that I jumped into trades without really understanding the concept of risk and risk management. I thought taking bigger positions meant bigger rewards, but I didn't stop to consider the losses that came with that approach. Back then, I didn't even know what a stop loss was, let alone how to use one properly. I'll never forget the day I placed a trade that I was absolutely certain would be a winner. I went in and risked a huge portion of my account, not thinking about the worst case scenario until it happened. The trade went against me, and within minutes my account was gone. Watching the account disappear in real time was devastating, and honestly, I had a panic attack. That was the moment I had a wake-up call. I realized I wasn't trading, I was simply gambling. I was risking way too much without a proper trading plan or understanding of risk or risk management, and it cost me everything at that moment. I came this close to quitting trading right there and then, and if I had, my life would look extremely different today. So if you want to avoid making that same mistake, here's how you can properly apply risk management. The first step is to define your risk parameters for every single trade. Before you even enter a position, decide how much you're willing to risk. This means setting a clear stop loss that reflects that amount. A good rule of thumb is to risk no more than 1% of your account per trade. Anything more than that, you're just gambling with your capital. Second, get comfortable with losing and winning. Only a preset amount on every trade. Not every trade will be a winner, and that's okay. The key is to ensure that when you lose, it's small and a controlled loss that you prepare for, and at the same time, make sure your reward potentially justifies your risk by aiming for a favorable risk to reward ratio. This approach protects your account from being wiped out, and it keeps you in the game long enough to survive those inevitable losing streaks that every trader does face. Because remember, we are traders, we are not gamblers. One of the best pieces of trading advice I've ever received is this. Trading is not about being right or wrong. It's about how much you make when you're right and how much you lose when you're wrong. Master risk management and you'll master trading. This is a lesson I keep in mind every time I place a trade position now. If you're just starting out, I can't emphasize this enough. Do not rush this stage. I get it. You want to start making money, but skipping the foundation of risk management will only set you back in the long run. And if I had focused on it earlier, I could have avoided a lot of unnecessary losses. Once you've nailed this, don't dive straight into live trading. Spend time practicing on a demo account first. It's a safe environment to build your skills and confidence without risking real money. And this leads me on to the next step. Step number 5, start on a demo account and backtest. If you think about it, nearly every successful trader started with a demo account and backtesting, or if they didn't, they definitely went through countless amounts of mistakes and wish that they had. I learned this the hard way. When I jumped into live trading without enough practice, I lost so many trades, it was insane. It was painful, but it taught me an inevitable lesson. Starting on a demo account is a non-negotiable. A demo account is your training ground, a safe space to make the mistakes and learn without the stress of losing real money. It doesn't matter how eager you are to get started, if you're not prepared, live trading is going to eat you alive, trust me on this one. Here's a tip for demo accounts. You need to treat it like live trading. This means taking it seriously. Don't think of a demo account as just play money. It's time to develop your discipline, testing your strategies and managing your emotions like it was a real account. If you only treat it casually, you're setting yourself up for failure when you transition to a live account. And trust me, when you're trading with real money, the psychological pressure is a whole different level. The more realistic you make your demo trading experience, the better you'll be prepared when you come to live trading. Jumping into a live account too soon is a guaranteed way to lose your money. I know it's tempting, especially when you see traders online flexing their profits in life, but here's what most of them don't tell you. They've been at it for years. They've made countless mistakes, lost thousands, and refined their skills over time, so don't be tempted. If you skip this phase, you'll likely burn through your money and potential and give up before you even give yourself a real chance, like I almost did. So when should you move to a live account? Well, only when you have a clear plan, a strategy that shows consistent profitability in your demo account. You also need a solid understanding of risk management, and until then, keep refining, keep testing. The market isn't going anywhere, and rushing this process is only going to hurt you in the long run. Now, here's where most traders fail. They follow all of the steps I've outlined so far, but they overlook one critical thing, and this is something I ignored for far too long. It left me wondering why I wasn't hitting my goals, why I wasn't seeing that first 100k. I was doing everything else right, or at least I thought I was, but there was one piece of the puzzle that I was missing, and that's utilizing a trade journal. Let me explain why this, for me, has been the ultimate game changer. So this leads me on to step number 6, keep a trading journal. Logging every single trade might seem unnecessary or even tedious at first, but let me tell you, it's the greatest teacher. It's the most valuable tool in trading, and it's what I wish I had started doing way sooner. Sure, yes, this can feel like extra work, but when you start looking back at your journal and seeing the patterns, you realize the missing link to consistent success in your trading. I get it, trading can feel slow, especially when you aren't seeing the results that that you want as fast as you like in the beginning. But the reason you're not seeing consistent progress right now might be because you're not spotting the patterns in your own trading behavior. A journal bridges that gap for you. Trading without a journal is like trying to navigate a maze blindfolded. You might make it out eventually, but it's going to take you much longer and cost you more mistakes. By keeping a journal, you're essentially creating your own personal roadmap, and trust me, when you look back and start connecting these dots, that's when the real magic and the real progress happens. So here's how you can take action right away. Start logging your trades, every single one of them. Write down the details, entry exit points, the reason behind the trade, the strategy you were using, the emotions you felt at the time, and even take screenshots of each trade to look back on. As you log more trades, you'll start to see the patterns emerging. Pay attention to the ones that lead to more wins and do more of that. Likewise, pinpoint the mistakes that lead to losses and focus on avoiding those. At Playbit, we take journaling to another level. It's not about just keeping track, it's about using those records to improve over time. Our community emphasizes this, and we provide the tools to make it easy. We're not just talking about theory here, this is real actionable stuff that has helped traders reach new level. Ty, my partner in Playbit, has worked with some of your favorite traders and trading influencers such as Casper and helped them achieve 7-figure success. Our community is over 1,000 traders strong, and we live trade every single day for them to walk them through the entire process. So if you're serious about taking your trading to the next level, grab my journal template, it's free, and then join the Playbit family. The links I've left in the description for you. Now let's talk about how to take what you've learned so far and actually start trading in a live environment. This next step really comes down to two parts, depending whether you have capital or whether you don't. So leading on to step number 7, moving to a prop firm or funded account if you have low capital, or live trading if you have your own capital. So if you don't have capital, a great option is to move to a prop firm or a funded account. A prop firm essentially is a company that gives you capital to trade with. In exchange, you keep a portion of the profit. The great thing about prop firms is that they allow you to access more capital than you would already be able to access on your own with a relatively low risk. So once you've proven yourself, you can start earning more by trading larger amounts of capital. The key here is to go slow. Don't rush this. Start with smaller amounts, and once you earn your first payout, reinvest that back into another prop firm or the same prop firm and get more capital so you can scale upwards. The only hurdle to this is that you need to be able to pass the prop firm challenges, which can be difficult if you're a beginner. Alternatively, if you already have capital to trade with, then you can move on to your own personal live account. Now you apply all of your knowledge and experience. It's time to prove to yourself that you can turn a small amount of money into something bigger with the skills that you have learned. Start with $100 and see if you can turn it into 1,000. If you can do that consistently, you'll have the skill set needed to turn 1,000 into 10,000 and then 10,000 into 100,000. While you're scaling your size, the process, plan, or strategy doesn't change, only the amount of capital. In time, you'll build your confidence, and before you'll know it, you'll be well on your way to that first 100K. So this leads me to my final step. Step number 8, understanding that trading is a journey. After making your decision in step 7, for step 8, the one thing that you need to understand is trading is a journey. Success just doesn't happen overnight. So I know it sounds cliche, but this is the truth. No one is good at anything when they first start. Whether it's learning a new language, playing a new instrument, playing a new sport, trading is no different. You're not going to be good right away, and that's perfectly fine. You have to go through each step of the journey until it finally clicks. Don't fall into the trap of comparing yourself to others. Someone who has been trading for 5 or 6 years may make $100,000 in a week, but that doesn't mean you should expect that same amount right away. If you're new to trading, it might take you years to reach that level of consistency, and that's absolutely normal. Don't compare your level 1 to someone else's level 100. Focus on your own path and your own journey. Instead of chasing big profits, focus on the small wins, the first $10, the first $100, the first $1,000. Celebrate the small victories because they're the foundation of your larger success. Once you start hitting these small wins consistently, you'll naturally start seeing bigger results. And remember, $100,000 will come as a natural byproduct of consistently winning those small trades over time. It's the little wins that build momentum and set you up for the big ones. Lastly, understand that as you keep trading, it gets exponentially easier. At first, you'll be frustrated, you'll feel overwhelmed, but over time, you're going to be better at managing your emotions, reading the markets, and executing. Just like learning anything else, the journey might take time, but the more you stay disciplined and focused, the more trading will become easy and more profitable over the long run. If you're serious about trading, this video is only the beginning. Honestly, it's just one piece of the puzzle. If you want to take things to the next level, not only should you consider joining Playbit, but you should also watch my free course that my business partner and I made, showing you exactly how to go from unprofitable to profitable in just 60 days. The course is packed with actionable insights that can fast track your progress and help you avoid the mistakes most traders make. I've left the link for you in the description. Don't waste any more time. Take that next step and let's turn this journey into success together.